What's up, Rohawks? This week we'll be covering some interesting news from a parking lot crisis to karaoke. But first, let's throw it to the newsroom.
Hey Rohawks, we're coming back to you with breaking news.
Right here at your very own Randy High.
Wednesday, February 20th, girls and boys varsity had their tennis tournament. For the boys, junior Jack M got second place with the wins of 8-3, 8-4, and 8-4. For the girls, junior Madison W also got second place with the wins of 8-1, 8-6, and 8-0. Congratulations to Jack and Madison. Keep up the hard work.
I was pretty satisfied. I played really well. I think all of them were good matches.
I felt good. The guys were pretty good. Got my serves in, so making it to the finals.
I was nervous because it's singles, so all the pressure's on me, but it was a good kind of nervous, I think.
No, I wasn't nervous. It's just another game out here doing my thing.
I think when I play, my unit turns, I need to completely turn, and then I need to definitely get under the ball and do more top spin. And then for my serves, I need to really work on getting the speed up.
Yeah, my serves need to be faster and go up more, hit it to their backhand. Make them run around a little bit, work for their points.
Okay. On February 22nd and February 23rd, softball had a tournament. Friday, they lost to Medina, Bandera, and Lanier, but on Saturday, they had a comeback and won their game against D'Hanis with a score of 8-6.
The games on Friday and Saturday, I think we played really good. We could have done better as a team, communication-wise. We did really good fielding and not letting them score on us that often.
Really good about it. I feel like it's a good intro to our season and that we have a lot to do and that we're going to be really successful this year.
I was nervous about the tournament because this is my first year playing with Randolph. So I wasn't sure how it was going to go or how smoothly it would go or how bad it could go.
Not really, because I've been playing for a little bit, but it was like the adrenaline kind of got my energy going.
I think we could have communicated more as a team. And I think the captains can also agree with that too. Our communication was just off, so like no one knew where to throw, no one knew what they was doing, no one had backup plans.
Maybe make sure that everyone knew what they were supposed to do, kind of talk it up more. That's kind of it.
Oh, that's enough about softball. Let's talk about plants.
So the environmental class is doing the soil project as a real-world application to the content that we're learning about soils and soil conservation and the uses of soil. What the soil project is they brought in samples that they used as their testing lab, so they got to practice using the skills on testing the soil and figuring out what information they could pull out of that. And then they took a sample of soil out of the atrium next to a specific plant that they chose. And they're going to test the soil to see what its qualities are. And then they're going to test soil at another location on campus to see what its qualities are. They're going to compare it, do research on that plant on what type of soil it needs, if they need to do any modifications or adding any fertilizer or humus or any organic matter to improve the soil for that plant. And the goal is to actually transplant the plants that are in the atrium of the old high school or the 8th grade annex to this new location, wherever that might be, so we don't lose those plants when they tear down the 8th grade annex.
It's sad to say that our seniors will be leaving us soon. Wednesday, February 27th, they passed out caps and gowns to the graduating class of 2019. Our seniors will be missed.
Well, that's all the tea we have for this week.
We'll spill some more next time. Now back to Skye and Peyton.
Congrats to all the sports teams that competed in tournaments this past week, and also to the seniors for completing high school. It's going to be so sad when we have to say goodbye.
Sad? I can't wait to leave.
Ouch! And to think, I thought you were sad to leave me.
I mean, I am, but speaking of leaving, did you know that they're making all the students get out of their cars every morning? I guess they don't want us to sit in our cars anymore.
I didn't know that. Let's take it to Skye Spies with an inside scoop on this topic.
Have you been kicked out of your car in the morning?
Yeah, I don't know why either.
Let's go investigate this. Seems sketchy, but Skye's Spies is on the case.
Recently, some students have been told to vacate their vehicles. Let's investigate this rule.
I have heard some students talking about the policy of getting kicked out of their cars. It seems to be a very hot button issue here at Randolph these days, and it definitely, as a senior and junior level teacher, is something that I'm hearing a lot of in the classroom.
I mean, I've never been told to evacuate my car, but I always see her coming, so I hurry up and get out of my car really fast so I don't get told to. I can see where they're coming from, but as a student, it's kind of I don't want to go in until the last second until I have to be in class, but I guess I can see it from a staff member's perspective where they don't want trouble in the parking lot and stuff.
In terms of the policy about students not being allowed to sit in their cars before school, during school, or after school, it's not really a new rule. I know that it's been maybe more frequently coming to light right now because this year we actually have hired somebody to monitor the parking lot before school, during school, and after school. But this rule has actually been around even before I was at Randolph, and I've been here for 13 years. So.
You gotten kicked out of your car in the morning?
No, not yet.
What do you think about the new policy?
I know we can't stay in the car. It's open field. It's not like we could do anything.
At the root of every rule is safety, student safety. And so for us, once a student is on our campus and the parking lot is included as part of our campus, we are responsible for that student. And so if a student is sitting in their vehicle, not necessarily doing anything wrong, but we don't know. I mean, what if they are? They're our responsibility, and so it's just not responsible to allow students to sit in their cars unsupervised while they're on campus.
Have you been kicked out of your car in the morning yet?
No, I actually have not. I usually just come here, park, and I just go ahead and go before anyone comes and tells me.
And what do you think about the new policy?
I think it's kind of crazy because I feel like students should have the right to sit in their cars before the morning, and if there are children who are actually doing something really inappropriate or are getting in trouble, they should be the ones to get kicked out, not the whole students.
Have you gotten kicked out of your car in the morning?
Yes.
And how do you feel about the new policy?
I think it's dumb.
I think it's maybe more visibly enforced. Like I mentioned, we have Miss Toy, who is our parking lot monitor.
Have you gotten kicked out of your car in the morning?
Yes, sadly.
How do you feel about the new policy?
I feel like it's horrible.
Well, what if a student refuses to get out of their vehicle? What do we do? I would advise all students to probably follow any directive given by somebody who works at Randolph, because if you don't follow that directive, it could be considered insubordination, and insubordination may result in disciplinary action such as in-school suspension or even out-of-school suspension, depending on the level of insubordination.
I keep wondering, well, perhaps the students, because of the construction going on, it's a lot easier to circumvent traffic when you're coming in earlier in the day, and then you just have a little bit of time to sit down. Maybe you're just finishing up homework and you're not allowed to come into the building earlier than 7:30 in the morning. So there's a little bit of give and take here.
If your vehicle go on into the building, go ahead and do it. And if you have a concern or a problem with how it was handled, please come talk with me or Dr. Malone directly, but don't put yourself in a position where you may get yourself into more trouble by arguing or refusing to comply.
While it might seem like a new policy, it's actually been in the rules all along. In the Student Transportation Agreement, it states that students are not permitted to stay or return to their vehicle or loiter in their cars at any time before, during, or after the school day.
Hi, she's coming, we gotta go. See you next week on Skye Spies! Next week!
And I'm still a little iffy on the policy, but at least we got a deeper understanding from administration.
True. On another note, have you ever participated in karaoke?
Girl, if you never heard me sing, come on, we'll give you a little sample.
Okay, I think that's enough. I really think that's enough. That's enough.
Girl, don't try to play me like I can't sing.
You can't.
Anyway, let's take it to Jalen, Ja'Cory, and Charlie with some people who can.
White coupe, butter pecan, thick Puerto Rican, take it out to Paraguay.
What are you singing?
Butter pecan. I don't know why, but I've had that song stuck in my head all week.
Well, I think your voice sounds quite lovely. You should stick to choir.
Thanks, Charlie. I've been practicing all week in my shower.
I wonder if our Rohawks know how to use their vocals.
And in everyone's favorite way, karaoke! Baby.
My favorite song is I Like It by Cardi B.
Mind on My Murder by YNW Melly.
My favorite song is I Don't Want to Be You Anymore by Billie Eilish.
Miss Me, my Drake.
I Want It That Way.
Can you sing it for us?
Mind on my murder, murder, murder. No, my
Teardrops could be bottled. There'd be swimming pools filled by medals. Told a tight dress is what makes you. I don't wanna be you.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say that I want it that way.
Now I like dollars, I like dumb, I like stunting, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my man? 3, 2, 1. I said, tell me what's really going on. Drizzy, back up in this thing already. What's happening?
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Wow, our students really know how to sing. Well, some of them.
Yes, they've inspired me for my true passion, American Idol.
The things I would do to see that on TV.
Catch me next week at the auditions.
That's all we have for this week.
I'm Jalen.
And I'm Charlie.
And I'm back to my home in Skye and Lexi.
Wow, that sure was something. I mean, if that's what you want to call singing, then I guess. Well, that's all for this week, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and comment on the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to follow us on all social media at Rohawk Talk. And we'll see you next time on Rohawk Talk. Peace.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm chilling on the dirt road. Maybach swerving like George.
Hey, what are you singing?
Old Town.
I love Blueface.
Thanks, Charlie. I've been practicing all week in my shower.
Y'all need to get out of the car. Why? Because I said so?
Wait, is there recording? Oh.
What are you singing?
Beyonce, Single Ladies.
Is it good? Is it good?
Reporting live from.
Okay, let's go. I got it.
What's up, Rohawks? This week we'll be covering some interesting...
It's fun. Wow, our students